So welcome everybody. This is actually, would you believe, our 86th Camberley Chess Club Tuesday Zoom meeting, which the first one was end of March last year. So Cyrus, you joined us in, I think, February this year.
Right, right.
And we've had some very, very distinguished guests, including yourself, and it's great to welcome you back. So I think
Thank you for inviting me back. It was fun last time, and I bet it'll be fun today.
I hope so. So let me pass it over to you, Cyrus.
Okay, thanks. Well, okay, Camberley folk, gather around. I have a very important secret that can raise your rating 100 points. All you have to do is play in harmony with your style. And if your style is opposite of the opponent's, it's even better. It's even better then, because you need to force positions that are in disharmony with the opponent's style. I'm going to show examples of both ways today, but let me start with the parable of Christopher Lee. Okay, like you know, like I remember when I was like maybe 8 or 9, I watched one of the Christopher Lee Dracula movies, and do you notice that, like, what's his name? Jonathan Harker and Dr. Van Helsing, that's it. Van Helsing, they always like try to put the stake through Dracula's heart in the coffin. You notice it's right at sunset with seconds going down. I think that's what we, and of course, what happens is just before the sun goes down, he bursts through the coffin and like starts kicking butt. Okay, that's what, honestly, that's what we do. We make the Van Helsing and Jonathan Harker blender. Also, like Bond villains, early Bond villains, stupid. Just shoot Bond. Don't put him in a Shark Tank with lasers or anything like that. Just, you know, keep it simple. Anyway, there's really only, from my 40 plus years of teaching, I found that there's only 2 types of players. There's doves and hawks. Okay, doves are like, I'm like an extreme dove. Okay, like Ulf Anderson would be an extreme dove if you're familiar with his style of play. You know, the more pieces off the board, the stronger they get. The late middle game, they just start, the strength starts going up. End game, strength rockets. Clear strategic plans, strength rockets. Then there's, you know, like the hawks, who are like the chaoticists. I mean, you know who they are. I mean, like, you know, Nepomniachtchi, Nakamura, like they're the more, even Carlsen really, but Carlsen is both hawk and dove. But by the way, please jump in if you have questions. I hate being a lecturer. I much prefer if you, you know, a back and forth. So if anyone has any questions, please jump in. I'm going to show you an example of like how not to play. Okay, first of all, this was a disastrous game for me. Like, let me flip the board here. I was black against Alex Babarin in 2001 here at this IMGM tournament, and I wanted him in a boring position. He's a hawk. Okay, I looked at his games. He's a hawk, and I wanted the game as boring and as technical as possible. But watch how he just wouldn't let me do it. No matter how much I tried to, you know, keep the position stable, he kept destabilizing, even if it wasn't good for him. Like, even if it was like intrinsically in my favor. So, okay, so I knew we'd get this. Okay, he usually plays this way. I should have, with hindsight, I should never have played e6. This is a blunder, okay, because it lets him make the position much more complicated. This line is a lot more boring, you know. This line here, like where it goes bishop f5, knight c3, e6 here, and usually bishop g6, and they now the hot thing is they immediately take. And this position is really solid, and it's very hard for white to squeeze anything out of that bishop pair. But he wouldn't have gotten the type of game he got when I played this. But I planned a very boring line. Now I actually had planned to play like an Ulf Anderson style one where you go knight bd7, b6, bishop b7, but he did not let me make the position simple.